are back here today. Not one. That's how the sport changes.
But as you go through that program, there are a lot of familiar names also that have been here and still competing across the country. Okay, here he goes. John Deere fans, bitten piece as he calls it. St. Paul, Nebraska, John Deere 4430. Ron Johnson doing the driving. He'll be the test competitor here in this class. After he makes his run, the officials will decide if they're satisfied with the weight setting on the sled. If they're satisfied at that time, then Ron would have the option of coming back. Oh, wild ride. He's really hopping and jumping. Now he has the front end high in the air. 150, still going, sets it down, bounces and hops down about the 200-foot mark. And Ed, I'm thinking maybe he would like to possibly run that over. You can see front end high in the air, but as we have seen many times in the past, when they drop that number one hook, they hurt themselves. This is a tough track here at Indy.
Well, and as the test driver, Les, he will have the opportunity to come back and make another run, because when you draw and they have this little ball machine and you reach in and you pull yourself out a ball, and so we'll wait and see. But he might decide to take that. Now, there have been guys that said we'll take the second pull and paid dearly. Harold Wilson did that earlier, and it cost him $1,000.
Take it back, broke on the second run, never got it into the money. In the class, there's 10 of them, and these are the 10 top guys in the country. They've qualified moves going into these engines. And when those RPMs start to back off just a little, that means the fuel is actually drowning out the air. They put a lot of air in, put a lot of fuel in. If they don't have the right RPMs and everything to match that combination, it drowns them out. Here he goes. The green flag is out. Mike Smith at the wheel. The John Deere machine comes out. He's coming out hard. Looks like a good run. He's weighted just about right. Just carrying the front end. He's looking extremely strong. 150, 200, and no doubt about it. He's right up there at the 234-foot mark.
All right.
John Deere fans, let's hear it for him. Mike Smith.
Mike Smith. Caledonia. Mike and Kenny Smith setting the pace, perhaps. And they're awfully close, Les. We'll get a reading on the laser beam. When you see that green light come on at the west end above the door there it is. You'll know that they'll flash it up in just a couple of seconds. There it rolls out, 230 feet and 10 inches for Mike Smith, the Mike and Kenny Smith team out of Ohio, 230 and 10.
Good run he laid down here on the instant replay on the TV. We can see coming out and really staying with the program, getting it straightened out in the first 50, 75 feet. Once he got it straightened out, picked the front end, carried it all the way down the track, and spins out right at the 230-foot, 10-inch mark. Good run for Mike Smith. For a brand new setup, they had to be well satisfied. 4 turbocharger systems together.
Les, this tractor came off the assembly line late 60s, around 67, 68, along in there. Ladies and gentlemen, Al Cook, tightening the chain. As Les told you, 4 turbos under the hood.
AC fans cheer him on as he starts to bring it out of the hole. Going hard. He looks like he has a good run going. He's looking strong. He's got the horsepower. All he has to do is keep it all together, and he's really chewing and digging. And good run for Al Cook. Not enough to get in the number one spot, Ed, but you'd have to be well pleased with that run.
230 and 10 was the figure he was after as we watch this checkered flag at this end. Good run by Al Cook from Indianapolis, Indiana. Hot running ACD 21.
There it is on the monitor up at the end, 224 feet, 2 inches, 224 and 2 for Al Cook. He's 6 foot short of that distance set by Mike Smith. On the instant replay, you can see finishing out at 224 and 2. It's out of the hole, goes towards the left side of the track, back towards the right just a little bit. Starts to get it straightened out, but in that little zigzag from the left to the right, may have lost some traction and hurt the length of his pull. Next guy to hook and make his run, Coleman Wheatley out of Bethel.
Been here before. Tough competitor, Les.
Region 1 and Region 4 champion. He's qualified in both regions. Pulls quite a bit in the southern circuit during the winter months up until this year. Of course, in 1985, Coleman's just purchased about 450 to 500 acres more, so he's going to be busy this spring. Probably will not hit the southern circuit quite as hard. And as even saying, maybe not even hitting the Region 1 circuit as hard because of his farming commitments. He's an excellent farmer, and that does kind of machines that he has.
And this
Here he goes, starts to ease it out. Coleman Wheatley gets on it. He's got a nice run going. He's looking strong. Well weighted, 150. He's getting close to the white line at the 200-foot mark. Gets it back towards the center. And Ed, even with going off to the left side and back to the right, he has to be well pleased with that run.
And you should have seen the expression on his face when he come rolling by the 150-foot mark, gritting those teeth, hanging onto that steering wheel, and going for the money. Coleman Wheatley, ladies and gentlemen, let's give him a nice round of applause. And Coleman, we appreciate the pride in that tractor. 216 feet, 3 inches. 216.3 for Coleman Wheatley as he leaves the arena.
216 feet 3, 216 and 3. Puts him in the number 3 position. Here it is on the instant replay, and you can see as he gets up around that 200-foot mark, he really starts to hop and jump. First off to the left side of the track, then back to the right. And that did cost him some distance there when it pulled him off Wrangler. This is the only international in the class. International fans,
The only one.
cheer him on. Cheer him on. He has a chance of doing it. He brings it out and turns it loose. He's got a good run going. Oh! And watch out on that side. That tire's going right down the track.
Stay back, Russell.
Stand back and let it fall down. Just stand back and let it fall
Stand
down.
back and let it go.
And the tire makes a full pull.
And the wheel has made a full pull.
Pull for the wheel.
You talk about some excellent footage for the television show. We've got it.
And stayed right up.
And the tire never went down.
Yeah, Mike Snyder out there does some flagging yet. Used to be competition director, retrieved the wheel.
And a boy, Mike, just kind of laying up there against the red man side. Well, you never know what's going to happen in a tractor pull.
Tough break for him. Bill Reddicker.
Well, you can see it on the other side. And it just, what the whole hub just came right out of there. Here's the instant replay. 145.9, Bill Reniger.
Let's look for a little hopper, John. Oh, watch for the brake, maybe. Oh, that's it. Right there it was, Ed. When he hit the right brake to try and pull back towards the center.
Look at this.
Hey, we got to time this tire. See how long that thing stayed up. Stand back and let it. We got what? Time enough for 7 guys to get around it and stop it.
All right, little trivia for you. Who? Well,
I'm glad they were asking for a frisbee anyway.
Yes, they could be asking for something else.
Yeah. Well, we still have a couple left. You're running.
Here we go.
John Deere fans, here's your chance to put John Deere in first and second. Ruby Watson,
Texas.
State of Texas. Here he goes, strong competitor. He's a guy that can do it. He's going hard, carrying the front end. You can see it hopping just a little bit as that clutch just not locking in the way he would like it, but he has to be well pleased with that run.
All right, good run.
Good run for Ruby Watson. You can see it.
You bet.
Clutch just not grabbing. He may have had it set that way. You never know. Now, on these slipper clutches, when the RPMs go up, the centrifugal weights expand and they lock the clutch in. As soon as that tire starts to lock in, it starts to pull the engine RPMs down, and then the RPMs go down to where the clutch starts to slip. 227. That puts what? John Deere now in first and second. John Deere 1 and 2. They're the 7,000-pound superstock class.
All right, trivia question.
Here it is, Ed. Watch how the tires. He comes out hard, and the tires start to at times ease up as that clutch starts to slip. Then they start to lock in when the RPMs go back up. So that hopping, what would you call it? The cowboy approach.
Cowboy approach, and you had to think that he had to ride that right brake 18 and 15. Seems like a long ways off, but you'll be surprised how fast the time will go.
Ron Johnson out of St. Paul. The John Deere machine. He made a test run. He took the option of coming back. Let's see how he fares out this time. He's gone hard for it. Coming out well weighted. Has the front end just bouncing off the track. Maybe a little high. If anything, going hard at 200. Digging in and chewing, and he's right back up there where he was on the first run. Good run for Ron Johnson. He calls it bits and pieces out of St. Paul, Nebraska, the John Deere 4430. 2 good consistent runs there, Ed.
You bet. Came right back, So perhaps a good sound decision. The underdog team now, and Bert Stoffer.
The way they stand right now, 230 feet, still Kenny Smith. The John Deere out of Caledonia High at number 1, 230 feet, 10 inches, number 2. Roby Watson, the John Deere 227. Number 3, Al Cook, the Alice Cowboy, at 224. And Ron Johnson coming in number 4 at 222 and 6. So it's John Deere 1 and 2, AC 3, John Deere number 4. Coming out well weighted, has the front end just bouncing off the track, maybe a little high, if anything, going hard at 200, digging in and chewing, and he's right back up there where he was on the first run. Good run for Ron Johnson. One of the smaller cubic inch tractors, running in the 7,000-pound class. Starts to bring up the RPM. Remember, Deutsch fans, he has to pass the 230-foot, 10-inch mark if he wants to move up to number 1. Coming out, he's got the horsepower, picking the front end in the air, going hard, trying to keep it off that left battery line. This could be it. He is going hard. He's right out in there, and it looks like a full pull for the Deutsch machine.
You talk about
run for Bert Stoffer.
Boy, we've seen him do it before, Les, and there he did. He set the pace in this 7,000 super stock class. Bert Stoffer. Now they are in the business of selling Deutsch tractors. They know what makes them run.
Not only in the business of selling Deutsch tractors, but the big part of their business is a lot of the engine setups for generating units. Here it goes on the repull. You can see he comes out. He starts towards the left side of the track. In fact, he has his right foot on the right brake all the way up the track until he gets about the 150, 200-foot mark, and he leaves off and just slides it right out the end. And did you see it, Ed? He was happy. He threw up his hands.
Yes, sir. Threw his hands up. He knew he nailed it. And he just might have had, Les, the best tire. Bert Stoffer sits out there, and he's the guy to match. He can't be beat at this point. Somebody can match him with another full pull. If that happens, those of you who have been here before know we'll have a pull-on.
John Deere fans, cheer him on. This is the last guy that can put John Deere in that number 1 position. He needs a full pull if he's going to stay in the competition. Right now, at the end of the track with a full pull, Bert Stoffer, and he's pulled against Bert many, many times. He competes against Bert on the Region 1 circuit. He knows what it's all about. He's beaten him before. He'd like to do it right now. Coleman Wheatley going hard. He's really grinning and chewing. Front end in the air. He's got a good one going. If he can keep it off the left side of that track, still digging and chewing. This might be it. Going hard, and oh my! Awful close to that 234-foot mark. And Ed will wait for the replay, but it looks like when he came up the left side of the track, if he wouldn't have had to hit that brake, he may have gotten the extra distance to get it out to the end. But that braking over there really hurt him.
Yeah, he was riding it almost constantly, Les. I think the instant replay will show from 150 feet on, he was having to ride that right brake. But he did a good job because it was towing him to the left rather severely. There's the distance flashed up to 126 feet, 3 inches, and a popping good run. Here we go, instant replay. Here you got it right now. Hit it that brake, awfully hard on the right side. Keeps her in bounds, Les, barely.
Well, you can see from the time he hit that brake, the left tire stopped. When he hit the brake, the left tire stopped because it was really locking into the track and the other one spinning. 226 and 10. 226 and 10 does move him into the Haynes at the wheel. Here he goes.
Old Allen. All right, keep her coming. Oh, looking good. Oh!
No doubt about it. Keith Haynes taking it right out the end. And Ed, you can see why he was last year's Indy Super Bowl winner in this class. Now, he would like to get back-to-back wins. We talked about backing it up. Ronnie Reed did it earlier this weekend. Keith Haynes would like to do it. That puts 2 of them in the pull-off category. As he lays, let's give him a good hand. Keith Haynes, old Alice, he will be back.
All right.
On instant replay, here it goes. You can see really turning the tires, again working towards the left side of the track. That seems to be a favorite spot, but he stays right with it and slides it right out the end.
Oh, he knew exactly, too, Les, what he had to do. When you saw him come out, was shoot at the 75-foot.
Turbocharger. Competed in the class when they had 3 and 4 turbochargers. Whiskey Lou out of Denver, Iowa, ACD21. He's looking strong for just one charger. He's going hard for it. The land handler front end in the air coming over towards the right side of the track. And Ed, you could tell it took the horsepower, and that's where the one charger showed. But a great run. He qualified it as a pro stocker.
That's right.
He's very strong and consistent.
The land handler, West Gila, Denver, Iowa. So that means we're ready to move into the pull-off now. 2 tractors. And I guess you would say that would be the ideal situation to run a class less and have 2 tractors out the end. So to our track crew and to our sled crew, guys, very well done. Bert Stoffer, a full pull from Pennsylvania, and Max Simpson will bring their 2 tractors out. Let's give a nice hand, would you, ladies and gentlemen, as West Gila leaves the Coliseum. Super running tractor with only 1 turbo.
Here it is on the instant replay. He comes out. Now, most of the other drivers gone to the over to the left side of the track. Wes went towards the right side. Maybe he was compensating for it in the hole. He came out, had to hit that left brake, and when took the extra horsepower, the loss of...
Now, ladies and gentlemen, how many of you think that the Deutsch can do it? Huh? Huh? How many of you think the Alice Chalmers is going to win? Huh? All right, here we go. I'm going to take the AC. You take your neighbor.
Okay, here he goes. Cheer him on. Bert Stout from the Deutsch 8006, the air call machine. Oh, having a tough time getting it out of the hole, getting it lined up. Going hard and really digging and chewing front end in the air, hopping and jumping and spinning out down there just a little bit past the 200-foot mark. And good run, Ed, but I'm sure he would like to do that again. If you noticed, we'll wait for the instant replay. But when he came out of the hole, he was really jumping from side to side, never really getting this tire set. And when he did get him set, the front end came high in the air. And when it came back down, just went from side to side, lost a little traction. But no doubt about it, he's going to be hard to beat. Going to be in the winner's circle, and also we'll have to get the 3rd place guy, the longest guy.
2:07 is the...
Give him a good hand. Good hand for Bert Stauffer in the Deutsch machine. Here it is on the instant replay. And look at this. As he comes out of the hole, he jumps through those ruts and goes from side to side before really getting it locked in and picking that front end up and carrying it down the track.
So we have set the stage now for the Mean Old Alice, runner-up in the nation in 1984. We're going to do it. All you Alice Chalmers people, you can stand up and wave your hands. Let's go. Let's bring him out. The Mean Old Alice on the move, and a good start, lad.
That's a good smooth start down the track. Not ever rolling in until he gets up past the 75-foot mark. Digging, chewing, going hard, and it looks awful close. Looks awful close to the flag. Let's wait and see.
I think we've blown past the flag, and the Alice Chalmers are racking up. Oh, I'm going to enjoy talking about that on the network in the morning.
Gonna have to wait for the measurement to see the exact measurement to see where it's at.
Let's give a nice round of applause.
Keith Haynes.
Mean Old Alice. There it is. 212 feet, 11 inches.
AC number 1, Deutsch number 2, John Deere number 3. Here it is on the instant replay. The winning run, Max Simpson, 212 feet, really stretches it out to be a 2-time winner. 2 years in a row they have won the Indy Super Bowl with the 7,000-pound super stock.
Pace as the test driver, and it's just my guess that old Bruce may take that run. We'll flash it up on the monitors. Here we go. Seconds away. Let's check it out. 232 feet and 10 inches. 232 feet, 10 inches on the instant replay. Just one super piece of driving. Right straight down the middle. And you'll always see those two-wheel drives come up in the air. A little bit to the left, but not enough to have to hit the brake. And a whale of a run by Bruce Hutchison, Patriot, Indiana. You'll like this one. Steve Wilhelm, good old Buckeye puller. Want to share with you that the Hopewell Loudon Young Farmers Sanction Pull July 7th. Meadowbrook Park, Bascom, Ohio. Beautiful park. We've been there a number of times. But the Hopewell Loudon Young Farmers, Young Farm Wives. Big pull, July 7th. Here we go. Steve Wilhelm. Yes, how do you like that? And he calls her American-made. Steve Wilhelm. Good run, Steve. Ladies and gentlemen, defending national champ, getting ready to run. Wayne Roush. Terry Raudebush has just been pulled in. Hanoverton, Ohio. Good representation in this class from the Buckeye State. 74 Chevrolet. We want to say a big thank you to the FFA members of the 3 chapters ushering at Indy Super number 12. To the Mount Vernon, back in the Columbus area, Wayne Roush.
You can see that these guys running the slipper clutches, and when the clutch started to slip, the tires really locked into the track when we're not turning, and that engine started to build RPMs, and it would lock up the clutch, and that's what would cause the front end to jump and hop. So in and out of the clutch, which is almost beyond what the driver can do. The driver can hit it hard, but many times if they don't get on it hard enough out of the hole and get those tires spinning, get them broke loose, they try and lock it in too solid, they get into that clutch slipping problem. Here it is on the rerun. You can see Eddie comes out good, really seems to get him turning, but right about the 50, 75 foot mark, same thing starts to happen. It starts hopping, jumping, because the tires are locking in, clutch in and out.
Well said, Les. And I'm sure now if we talked with Wayne, he would be a whole lot less critical of himself, and he's driving yesterday, because I think now we point out that he does.
It is tight. Terry Raudebush out of Hanoverton, Ohio, the 74 Chevy. Chevy power. No doubt about it. Terry Raudebush, the bushwhacker Chevy power. Out there.
Look at her, the flavor coming out.
Where's our Chevy fans at now? Let's hear it for the Chevy.
At last, what a beautiful run for Terry Raudebush. Super piece of driving. Hanoverton, Ohio, Terry Raudebush at a full pull with his 74 Chevrolet as he sets the pace in the 6,200-pound two-wheel drive pickup trucks at Indy.
No doubt about it, it's full pull. Here it is on the instant replay. You can see it come out, hopping and jumping as he crossed those grooves and went towards the left side of the track. But after he locked it in, picked the front end up in the air, and the front end never touched the ground until he was across the full pull mark. Great pull. But it's not over. What? 1, 2, 3, 4 more tough competitors in this class. We have yesterday's winner, Steve Brockman, and his dad, Jim Brockman, yet to pull, plus Leo Kay, and last is Dick McPherson. Watch out for tricky Dick McPherson. He's a guy that can pull it out there.
Well, there's no doubt about it, Les. When you take a look at the trucks that are yet to go, the odds of making a pull-off happen in this...
There he goes. The green flag is out. Jeff Brockman. in-laws and out. Uh-oh, and we saw some sparks come out underneath.
Wow.
We saw some sparks come out underneath the truck.
He's going to shut it right down, too.
Father Jim walking over there to take a look.
Oh, here we go, Jeff.
Not sure what happened again. Maybe forcing its way out of gear, something of that type. But tough break for Jeff here in the class. He was the winner.
Need a tow off tractor, fellas.
He was our winner yesterday. Tough break for him here. He would have needed a full to stay in the competition.
Top, Terry Radabush.
Just praises it right out the end. Jim Brockman, the in-laws and the outlaws team.
Let's hear it.
Great job. Give him a hand, Jim Brockman. And we're going to have a pull-off here. Pull-off here in the 6,200-pound two-wheel drive truck class between the Terry Rauderbush's Bushwhacker and Jim Brockman's in-laws outlaws machine. Here it is on the instant replay. You can see coming out, never starts to pick the front end up to about the 100-foot mark. Once he picks it up, he just carries it right down the right side of the track, freezes it right out the end, and he had the wheels turned a little to the left, so when it didn't set down, it was going to go away. Good hand, Lee. Okay, just carries the front end right out the 234-foot gate.
Oh, my. Now we have 3, and we could easily have 4. Richard McPherson, final driver, and the two-wheel drive competition.
Wade, we have the winner of one of our Banner Brothers hats in your name, sir. Mick Duckett. Mick, we have to ask the question. What are you cheering for? Chevys, Ford, or the Dodges?
Chevy.
Chevy. That's 2 for the Chevys. Now we ask the big question. 12,000-pound unlimited class. Who are you going to be cheering for?
You'll have to make a full pull. Green flag is out. Here he goes.
The 34-foot mark, no doubt about it. Dick McPherson sliding it out the full pull gate.
Now we have 4. My, Les. What a pull-off this is going to be. Terry Rauderbush will be number 1. Hanover to Ohio. Chevy. Instant replay. Watch him set the tires on this one out. Brings that front end right on up. Straight down the track. Beautiful.
Oh, good run for Terry Rauderbush, and you can tell that went all the way up on the pan. All the way up. Really biting. Look at that track. Look how that pan is really latching into the dirt. Really a lot of friction there between the pan and the dirt.
Boy, made a good tough run. Let's look at the distance now. It'll be coming up on the monitors at both ends of the track. 199 and 5. That'll be the figure to beat.
Got a little fire in there on the engine edge. You can see it here in the TV screen.
199 feet, 5 inches. That's the figure to beat. On deck, Jim Brockman for the I-8 panel truck. In-laws and outlaws. And here it comes on the instant replay. Just a beautiful piece of driving.
Right down the center. Straight run. Never even made a turn to one side or the other. Straight down the track.
So on.
And the other international. Jim Brockman. Let's see if they move the flag. Yes, JJ going out to move the flag a little bit further down the track for Jim Brockman on the In-Laws and the Outlaws machine. Jim Brockman. Great run. You see, had to put it up the air, carried it right on the track. Let's hear it for him, Jim Brockman.
So indeed, Les, he did move that leader flag, has taken the lead of the pull-off competition.
Now, Ed, we're asking what year the International is.
Here we go. Instant replay. Right straight down that track. And boy, look at the tracks he left behind him, too. You made a point earlier, Les, of how that pan is really...
The L&K, the driller machine. He takes a slack up in the chain. He wants to make sure everything is just right. Chain is tight. Chevy fans get ready to cheer him on. 208 feet 4 inches. Here he goes. Good run for Leo K. Not quite enough to move the flag, but he has to be well satisfied with that run.
Boy, is that a beautiful truck. Leo K. He did not move Jim Brockman out of the lead. We are down to 1. $99 and 8. Inches between second place and third place. Leo K. 198 and 8. Terry Roudabush 199 and 5.
Top, remember the areas right now, sitting number 2, Jim Brockman, third entry. Like he's a little short of the flag. That will make Jim Brockman number 1. Jim Brockman. The In-Laws and the Outlaws team will pick up that number 1 spot. And it sounds like he lit on the high idle side there. Let's give him a good hand. Dick McPherson. We'll have to wait for the distance, and there it is, 194 feet 6 inches, 194 and 6. The official finish now is Jim Brockman, the In-Laws and the Outlaws, number 1. Number 2 goes to Leo K., the driller, at a 199 and 8. And the number 3 goes to the Roudabush, the glasses at each event. John Howman setting the sled here in the 12,000-pound unlimited class. What a competitor he is. Here he goes, John. Whoa! Oh, man. And he does set it right up against the wall. You can see.
I think he snapped the front wheel right off of it, Les. You hate to see that.
A lot of speed, and he came up and he shut it down, and unfortunately all that weight moving on that sled took and pushed the machine right up against the wall. Tough break.
Well, we get a different camera angle here, but I think he buckled that right front tire. Here comes the instant replay.
Look at it. Had a terrific run going. Just locked it in, picked the front end right up. Can't do it any better than that.
There it is. See, it's right into the wall. Boy, a tough break. And of all the 12 Indies, I don't know that we've had, I suppose we've had somebody hit the wall, but I think that's the first, Ed Hart. I really do. And you think how many vehicles have gone down? Trucks and tractors,
There it goes again. John actually backing out of that much weight after he shuts down. There's that much weight coming in. behind them. Trying to shut that much weight and speed down, and it just comes right in. Tough break.
Oh, man.
He
Just
John.
set it right up against the wall.
There he goes, Dave Banner, green flag is out. Great job for Dave Banner. Just takes it, breezes it right out the gate past the 234-foot mark. Full pull for Dave Banner, the Banner brothers.
You talk about running hot. Already a winner this weekend. They already hold the record. Banner brothers, all of you stand up in the 19 section.
Okay, on the run, you can see it, Ed. A great run. Just carries the front end right out the gate. And that's going to be a tough run to compete with. You got to remember, all these high horsepower machines.
Here we go. Boy, it's a beautiful tractor, lad. Beautiful.
This is one of those $100,000 plus. You can figure the Arius engine's at $25,000. Tim Engler, and he also getting it down there past the full pull mark, no doubt about it. He's in the full pull category. Tim Engler. And Ed, I'm wondering if now the officials are going to really decide if they would like to do something different. But we've got to remember, a lot of horsepower in this class. The officials are thinking, what's going to happen with the track? Can the track go the other way? A lot of things in their mind. And Tim Engler has to be one of the interesting guys this year, making, as we said, he's trained jet tractor several times during 1984. It was introduced as a 4-inch machine early in 84. First with the engines back the way they are now. Then at one time during the year, he had the engine setting transversal. A cooler transmission that they can get an aluminum box in. There it is. Green flag is out for Neil Freeze. Down about the 165, 70-foot mark, and it is taking power and traction here today.
We think perhaps the very first guy to put double Allison aircraft engine. Take a look at this one coming in now. Wow, beautiful tractor. Dave Stockett. From the East Coast, from the state of Maryland, coming in. Ralph Schindler, a distance of 166 feet and 6 inches in this 12 open. 166 and 6. Brings up the only fella here with a super stock tractor in the 12 Unlimited. Don Berry, certainly no newcomer to Indy Super. Thompson.
Of course, the question might be asked, why just one and not leave all the others in the super stock class? Trying to eliminate all the dragging of that hose. We've got to remember these 12,000-pound tractors. They'd all have to drag the hose. If one has to drag the hose, they all have to drag the hose because that is some resistance, and that's why they ran just the one. He's the only one in the 12,000-pound unlimited class. Let's give him a good hand. Don Berry, the old number 1.
And she ran straw, boy. Hung right in there. Ladies and gentlemen, on deck now, Dave Stockett. And we understand Dave's going to drop 6. Is that right, ladies? All right. He's got some mechanical problem. John Shaw. Here we go. Instant replay for Farmer Don Berry from out of Missouri. Right down, but first we talk about a tough track and a tough class. He saw it today, 160.
They're all solid aluminum. They put out about a horsepower per cubic inch when they're fresh engines, fresh and new. It's turning around 500 some cubic inches per engine. taking it right out the end. Down there past the 234-foot mark, and Eddie knocks the red man marker right off the mark.
And it was kind of interesting to watch, Les. He had stopped, and 5 seconds later, there's still dirt coming up here at us from off the track. Well, you talk about a hot running tractor. Johnny Shaw makes it into the pull-off. Many of you who have been following John Shaw, I'm sure were not a bit surprised to see him make a full run. In fact, many of us, and here we go, the instant replay, just an excellent piece of driving, right straight down the track. Saw the wall coming, got her shut down. So John Shaw. Gentlemen, the Coyote team.
Dick Rice. And we need the welder. We need the welder to meet the Stockett's Rockets for the machine right outside the alleyway out here in the pit area. They're going to be taking the Stockett's Rockets machine out to the pit area, and we need the welder, the operator of the welder, to get with the Stockett Rockets machine in the pit area. We need the welder to get with the Stockett Rockets machine in the pit area.
Dick Rice, ladies and gentlemen, 170 feet, instant replay. Here he comes now. Keep in mind, only 3 engines on this tractor. 170 feet. Good piece of driving for Dick Rice of the Coyote team.
But he needs to stay in the competition. The Make It Special. Green flag is out. Here he goes. Bruce Hutcherson. Oh, and awful close to that full mark, and it looks like the green light is on. There it is. Full for the Make It Special. Full for Bruce Hutcherson as he takes it out the end, and a good job by Bruce. And we watch, wait for this to replay, and you notice he did not really lift the front end. Front end sort of stayed to the ground most of the way down. Just confident jumping just a little bit on the replay. Did pick it just a little bit, but you'd have to say staying close to the ground. Possibly, well, about as close as you can get it, though. Never getting too high off the ground.
Excellent piece of driving, and driving with a great deal of confidence. I think he, Indy Super winner? Yes, I believe so.
Judge Bully team back in the early years, single house, one of the first years, moved into #1. There he goes, Ron Barger, he's going hard. As you can see, that right engine throwing a little bit of fire out as it came down the track. He's running it on alcohol, injected alcohol. You can see the big injectors up on top of those 1,710 cubic inch
Check that
engine.
fire coming out, but my, does he make those two run. He's always right there, right up in the money. Ronnie Barger, ladies and gentlemen, look at the fire coming out of that. Hope you've got, here we go, it's replay.
15 feet 7 inches for Ron Barger.
Excellent tire speed, brings her right down. Maybe had to hit the brake a little bit on the right brake. Brings her back in the middle, settles her down. Rolling the tires probably better than 100 miles an hour. 215 feet 7 inches for Ron Barger. 250
tougher to get it out the end, but here's one of the guys that can do it. Big Ben Blue, the Banner Brothers, green flag is out. Here he goes, and he's full 40. Up there, that 234-foot mark. There it is on the monitors. Full for the Banner Brothers. the Banner Brothers Big Bend Blue.
There they are. The Banners fans from Warren are here. Welcome. And I believe, Les, aren't you the people that have that dead pole? They have that dead tractor pull up there.
Dead weight, not
Dead weight.
dead pull. Dead weight.
Dead weight. Here we go.
Green flag is out. Here he goes. Barney Klaus. 22. As you can see, it never really getting locked into the track with the big triple Hemi-powered machine of Barney Klaus's. Triple Hemis, the front two engines hooked crank to crank, the big Jimmy Kitch Hemis, the Keith Blacks, the third one setting up on back by itself. We'll get the distance. Green light is on. We should have the distance here in just a moment for Barney Klaus. Let's give Barney a good hand as he goes off the end of the track. 151 feet even. 151 even for Barney Klaus. Here it is on the rerun. You can see never really got that front end in the air. Never lifted it. And he can transfer that weight back to the back. Spinning out about the 151-foot mark. And John Shaw. 234 feet. How many think Norm Smith, the J&H team, can do it? What do you think? They're popular, becoming very popular on the circuit, these guys.
I think they'll do it. I think they can do it, Les.
Green flag is down. Here he goes. Quite enough, Ed. You can see he came out and went towards the left side of the track. Never picked the front end and carried it like he would have liked to. Now you wonder whether the traction's changing any on the track. You wonder if the sled's getting tighter. Exactly what to look for.
And that sets the stage for the pull-off in the 12,000 Open. And listen to this lineup of power. Banter Brothers Orange, Indiana, full pull. Tim Engler, Mission Impossible team, full pull.
And the championship than anyone. The pressure is on here in the 12,000-pound unlimited class. Sitting down about the 200-foot mark. Setting the pace down at the 200-foot mark and a pull-off here in the 12,000-pound class. Dave Banner, the Banner Brothers. Big Ben Ari. As he goes out, let's give it a good hand. The Banner Brothers, Orange, Dave Banner. Here it is on the rerun. You can see he comes out strong. Just picking the front end just a little, going towards the right side of the track and then back towards the center. Great job of driving. Carried the left tire just about off the ground all the way up the track. Spinning out of 202 and 4. 202 and 4 for the Banner Brothers. Now we should ask why it's quiet. We have the Banner Brothers.
For the figure to beat.
Jumped on it hard out of the hole. I mean, he jumped right on it. Took it down the track and spinning out about the 180, 85-foot mark. They're blowing the paper off the top of the rafters. It's starting to come down.
And we got it. 1, 8, 3. Let's hear it for Tim Engler. 183 and 6.
Here it is on the instant replay. He jumped right on and pulled the front end in the air. Now, did go up to the left side and then back towards the right. But with the good braking system they have on there, he managed to pull back towards the center. But as we said, Dave Hager has more weight on the sled than he's ever. There he goes, John Shaw. There he goes. A good run, Ed. You can see he stayed right out there on the left side of the track. When he crossed back across, he definitely lost some speed at that time. So maybe he got a little scared out there. Maybe tried to keep it on too long and then started back towards the center.
Well, I think he nailed his game plan. Back on the money. Nice hand for Johnny Shaw. But I think you pegged his game plan less. And there comes some of that confetti down. We picked, every year we do that, and I think that was for the campaign of 1935.
Look at it on the instant replay. It did the same thing. You can see right out towards the left side. Started to get a little close. He probably hit that right brake, and when he did hit that brake, sent him right back across towards the center of the track.
But I think you make a good point in that as many vehicles have been down.
Pressure builds. He has to do it now. 202 feet, 4 inches. 202 and 4